Watch this. Here, Kimmy, I got you a present.
Oh, thank you, Mom. It seemed a little devilish of you to say it like that.
It scared me too.
It's very scary. What is it?
Are we watching, Mom?
Did the spider scare you or did the scream scare you?
Both. The spider jumped on.
So welcome back, everyone. We're going to be watching A Bug's Life today. You guys voted on this to win. So we're here today to watch it. And Kim has a prank box that you can find on Amazon.
Yes.
And you have to raise it up, Kim, so they can see.
Yes.
Here we go.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And someone bought that for our Yankee swap over at Christmas time.
That's right.
That's a fun one, huh?
And hubby got it, so I took it for today.
That's
Do
right.
you know who got that?
I think it was you.
That's right.
I thought that was a lot of fun.
It was
I saw that
great.
on Amazon.
Finn,
because it's-
Finn opened it up. And
Yeah, Finn got that present,
Oh,
and
my
he
God.
had it upside down because it was nicely wrapped, and he kept shaking it upside down. I'm like, don't open it up upside down, and I didn't want to ruin it for him. He was like, why? And luckily, he opened it upside down, but then he turned it over, and luckily it didn't like open up on him, and he
Yeah,
still jumped
because it's
a
nice
mile.
and
That was
sturdy.
great.
Yes.
It just goes down a
You
little
do
bit.
jump.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me.
So Storm here,
Mom here.
Kimmy here.
Spider here.
Spider here. It's not Spider-Man, no. So Mom and Kim are completely blind to this movie. I did see this movie a long time ago. I think in bits and pieces on TV, so I'm curious in how much I'll remember. But I think we're just going to get into it because we're on Disney Plus right now. And they did see an ant's face. And you guys kind of guessed.
I did,
There's
and
an ant
yeah.
involved.
I have
so.
to say, I did see the attraction at Animal Kingdom.
Oh, yeah, that's right. In Disney
In the
World.
Tree
Yeah.
of Life, yes, I did see that, and that was a great attraction. That was really fun.
That's a lot
But
of
I don't
fun.
know the story. So.
I think that was the main attraction when the park was first built. Animal Kingdom, right?
I think so.
And the
yes.
Tree of Life. That was a lot of fun.
Beautiful.
I do love it there. Our
Yes.
brother Tom, he lives in Florida, nearby there, so
Yes.
it'd be fun to go visit him and, you know, actually go to Disney because they love Disney.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
that's
do.
right. They're there a lot.
Mm-hmm. So A Bug's Life, it came out in 1998.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then we can look up voice actors after this time. Sometimes we do it ahead of time, but shall we just get into it?
Yes, let's do it.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I'm lost!
Oh, that's so true.
What do I do?
That's so funny. That's so true.
Away. And here's the line again.
Look at him.
That's our lot in life. It's not a lot, but it's our life.
I'm always acting like the sky is falling.
Look out!
Oh, and it is.
Oh, shoot.
Oh my God.
Wow, it's got a lot of production.
Oh, God,
on
we
it.
killed the queen and the princess.
This is my new idea for harvesting grain. No more picking individual kernels. You can just cut down the entire stalk.
Wait, we don't have time for this.
Exactly. I'm sorry. I was really just trying.
He's got a great idea there.
Yeah.
Being little's not such a bad thing.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It's two.
Is not.
It's two.
Is not.
It's
Is
two.
not. Is not.
It's
It's not. Oh. Oh, I know it's a rock. I know, but let's just pretend for a minute that it's a seed. All right, we'll just use our imaginations. Now, do you see our tree? Because, well, you're not a tree yet. You just have to give yourself some time.
But it's a rock.
I know it's
Just
a
pick a
rock.
seed out of the darn basket, then.
Oh boy.
Protect the queen.
That's right.
Yeah.
They're just running back.
Oh no, it's gonna
Oh, no.
dump all of it.
Oh,
All of it's gonna go.
Oh, it's in the
Oh,
water.
no.
All that work.
Princess Anna! Princess Anna!
What did you do?
It's an accident.
We're gonna banish him.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
boy. Ooh, scary.
Never saw a grasshopper.
Hopper.
Good name.
Yeah, that's right.
Where's my food?
Logic, shall we? Let's just think about it for a second. If it was up there, would I be coming down here to your level looking for it?
Dad, you don't like Thumper?
Oh, come on.
That's scary.
Yeah, that's
You're
cool.
alone.
Ants are forgetting your place. So let's double.
Are you serious? Oh no.
Let's ride!
Like motorcycles.
Motorcycles
Yeah,
are get out of town.
We could send someone to get help.
Leave the island? Now, why didn't I think of that? Oh, because it's suicide.
I'll volunteer. I'd be very happy to volunteer.
You got a lot of spunk, kid.
Promise, I promise.
forget it,
Oh,
forget
I
it.
should probably help repair some of the damage before I go, don't you think?
No, just
Just go.
I am a cute little bumblebee. Here I come.
Oh my goodness.
We are the greatest warriors in all bugdom. Warrior bugs. My sword.
Swish, swish, clang, clang.
Little John, I have been scouting for bugs with your exact talents.
a talent scout.
My colony is in trouble. Grasshoppers are coming. We
That's right. Whoa.
Oh,
You will too now.
that's so cute up
Oh
close.
boy. Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
Oh yes, looks like a
pretty
big bird.
cool.
oh yeah.
They're applauding.
Good show.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you.
Oh,
Oh.
who is that?
Hopper's afraid of birds, and I don't blame him.
Oh.
Hi, Fleck.
I hope they gathered enough food for themselves, though.
Oh, I know
Like
it.
this.
Yeah, I hope so.
Butterfly.
Like a butterfly.
Ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life.
And thank you for finding him,
Okay. Oh,
I'll get it. If you
Anthill to anthill.
Uh-oh.
Circus performers, have you seen 'em?
uh,
You're not warriors?
Are you kidding? These guys are the lousiest circus bugs you've
Oh,
ever seen.
man.
Tell me this isn't true.
No, you don't.
This couldn't have happened at a more inopportune time. The last leaf is about to fall.
Haven't collected any. Flick. You lied to her. You lied to the colony. You lied to me. And like an idiot, I believed you. And this time, don't come back.
Triple time.
That's it. But there's got to be more food on the island.
If we give up any more, we'll starve.
Hopper won't accept this.
Oh gosh.
You little termites! I give you a second chance, and this is all I get!
So the ants pick all the food. He's gonna squish the queen to remind him who's boss. Then
Oh.
she's dead. They cry, boo-hoo. We go home. End of story.
Okay.
oh, our wings are too tiny.
Honey,
She did it.
they're big
Oh,
enough.
wow. God.
Gang's eating everything. And I heard a grasshopper say that when they're finished, Hopper's gonna squish my mom. But you said that everything.
Everything I ever told you, right, Dot? Let's face it, the colony is right. I just make things worse. Okay, show me one thing I've done right.
Us.
Bring everyone together.
Kid, say the word and we'll follow you into battle.
We believe in you, my boy.
Please. Pretend it's a seed, okay?
Thanks, Dot. Ready to make some grasshoppers cry?
It's payback time. Blueberry style.
Blueberry style.
They're aggressive. They're gonna like fighting.
Now that's funny.
God.
Your Majesty.
Me?
No, Thumper, down. Let her go. Maybe you'll saw her in half.
Blueberries ready?
That's scary. That's good.
Oh, Mitchell.
This is it, girls. Get ready to roll.
No, it's stuck. Okay,
No,
push.
come on.
You can do it! You've got to make it work!
The rain
Oh,
too.
Come on.
Oh, that's neat.
Okay,
Go.
this gang is going.
Whoa.
It's gonna hit something.
Yeah, watch it.
Yeah.
Anything to scare them.
Ew, his head!
Oh, gosh.
Oh, man. I wish it landed on him.
Yeah.
The bird was my idea. I'm the one you want.
The one who spoke up to me.
Ants don't serve grasshoppers. It's you who need us.
Or die.
Excellent.
There we go.
Oh, you have to hide.
And their food.
Oh, how scary.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I wish you could fly.
No matter what happens, stay down.
Flick, no. What are you doing?
Not the real bird.
Oh, he thinks it's fake.
He does. Oh, my God.
See, this
Are
is
there a bunch of little girls in this one too?
That was a bad ending.
You can't come on tour with us.
Sorry. My place is here.
Aw.
Yeah, well, you're lost. 1 minute.
Oh, they don't understand. It's,
Yeah.
Oh, it's the meaning, the thought behind it.
That's right. Yeah.
yeah.
Yay.
It's really
Oh,
strong.
I guess so. Yeah.
You're fired.
We forgot Heimlich.
Oh, he's in a cocoon.
Yeah, he's not
fly.
going to be able to find him.
And from way up here, you all look like little ants.
You're going to have to help me.
Oh, I can't fly.
No, you can't. Not with the-
Ah, fireworks.
That's good. That's good. Oh, wow.
This one little island. It's such a big world for
Oh,
them.
my God, it is.
Are you saying I'm stupid?
This is the 15th take. I cannot work like this. I will...
To infinity and
Gotta love it.
Sorry. I thought he was real. That thing in my car.
Spinning a web of safety in less than 50.
Oh,
Oh, my gosh.
oh, how fun is that?
Those are great.
Behind the scenes for an animated movie. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's fun for adults too, but I think that's great for the kids too, because there were a lot of scary moments in this.
Yeah.
There were
there was,
like
yeah. To
like
see
the
what's
bird
happening.
taking Hopper and
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
Yeah, and then that evil grasshopper, like the one that was really
Yes.
crazy and
That's right,
was
yeah.
attacking them, and but then to see him actually talking and
Yeah,
being sweet,
that's
and,
Right.
you know, kind of like
Yeah,
it was okay,
it'll
they're
calm
not
them
bad.
down a little
Right,
bit,
yeah.
Even Hopper,
Mm-hmm.
That was
and
good.
Hopper having those like moments of getting upset
Oh, yeah.
during
Yeah.
the takes at the
Right,
end.
yes,
He's like, I'll
like
be in
that.
my trailer. So it just makes him seem nicer, I guess.
Yeah,
like
because
that's
he has
cool.
Yeah.
feelings too.
That's right,
You
yes,
can
he
hurt his
does.
feelings too.
Yeah. So I see now this was rated G. So I was thinking because it really felt like it was directed more towards kids, like a younger generation. It came out in 1998, and yeah, I think it was a lot of fun.
It was.
I think it was a great.
good.
It was
That
a great
really good.
story.
Yeah.
I think
That
so.
was really good.
Going to the attraction, now I can see why they chose, like, you'd go into the tree and in the beginning when they were talking about the gathering and they had to run into the tree before the grasshoppers came. That's when you're walking in there, you get that feel.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
that blue hue of light, and I think that's
good.
great. Now
Yeah.
I'd like to go back there a second time and see, like, oh, okay, now I understand.
okay.
Yeah, because I've
Yeah.
been on that attraction too with you at one
Mhm.
point, and it was a lot of fun. But there's not much I remember. I remember sitting in the theater, and they had a lot of things coming at you.
Yep, and then the
That's right,
waiting area, it turns like to blue, and you're just waiting there, and that's when she's starting to talk about the gathering, and just before Flick comes and tries to tell her what he did wrong.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
scary
Just doing
too.
it. Yeah.
For a
Yeah.
movie directed towards a younger generation, like, because we watch a lot of animated things, and some are more adult and some are like directed towards older kids, and this one I felt like it was younger. So having like these ants harvesting all this food for their enemy, like these bullies, and they're really scary, like they're
Yes.
very
They're
terrifying.
very
So it made me like, holy cow, like, that would give me nightmares as a
That's
kid,
right,
I think.
Yeah,
they
and
would.
all along they were just pretending to be the superior being, and they weren't. They,
They were
actually
not.
needed the ants because the ants overpowered them.
Yeah.
What,
Definitely,
100
yeah.
to 1 or something.
And one thing I really did enjoy about it too was the fact that they all the other grasshoppers didn't want to be involved in it. It was just their boss. It was just Hopper who was
That's
so
right.
obsessed with having control so other animals or other insects can do what they need for food, even though he was saying it was for bullying purposes to control them.
Right, it had nothing to
That's
do
right,
with
yeah.
the food. It was just all about them knowing that the grasshoppers are in power.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And even
They're in
though
control.
that's all you really need when you have someone like that who really wants power, but even Flick was saying, wow, you guys actually really do need us. So even though they don't necessarily need all that food, they probably bully other colonies to get fed. I
definitely,
mean, they
sure.
take over everywhere they go. Other establishments they went to with those mosquitoes and that sombrero. That was funny. They just take over completely, and that's what they're used to doing. So when Flick really stood up to them at the end and had everyone understand, like, wow, yeah, they need us, and in numbers they could go after them.
And
like, that was good.
when Hopper turned around and saw how many ants there were and how they were all on board, like, yeah, it's true.
That's
We
right.
overpower you. That's when it all came together, that they don't have to give a
That's
stitch
right.
of food
Mm-hmm.
to them. And they will be just fine.
Yes, and then when the bird got Hopper, after that, the other grasshopper joined the circus.
The brother did.
Oh,
Yeah, that
brother,
nice.
yes.
And
Yeah, Hopper's
he
brother.
Was a sweet
Yes.
brother. Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
that's good too, because he's family, and it wasn't his fault he was in on that. Like, he's not as smart as his brother,
That's
but
right,
you
yeah.
can tell he was only aiming to please. He's probably
Yeah,
done
just
bad
a
things,
follower,
but
yeah.
he was just a follower, and he was afraid of his brother, and now he's free, and
yes.
he's able to do what he wants for a living. So that was nice to see
That's
that
good.
work
Yeah,
out
that's-
well.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I really like
Yeah.
that. So is this kind of what you expected? Like, I don't even know what you guys thought originally going into A Bug's Life.
I didn't really expect. I didn't know what to expect.
I knew there was going to be
First,
some
something-
type of predator going
Yeah,
after
probably,
the ants, but no, it was a great story.
That's
I love
good.
the whole circus,
Yeah.
miscommunication of the circus
That's
insects
right, yes.
going back to the colony, and they're both like floored when they have to find out what the other one believes why they were there.
That's right.
That was hilarious.
It was just a bunch of
Yes,
miscommunication, and the
it
fact that he's
was.
talking
It
to
was,
the
yeah.
twin pill beetles or whatever, pill bugs. and
He's spilling the beans
and
to
then
them.
he's
and
smiling
they're
like, I don't know what he's saying. So he was honest from the start, but he told the wrong insects.
That's right.
So that wasn't
Yeah.
good, but I'm glad they found friendship. That was
Yes.
nice.
I do
Nice,
too,
wholesome
and it
story.
really, it really pulled them back in to stay with the colony with that bird threat, when the
Oh,
true
definitely,
bird
yeah.
threat, and they had to go in the cracks, and I loved how Heimlich couldn't get in the.
Oh, he was
God.
hilarious. His
He was
voice.
my favorite circus
Yeah, he was very
insect.
good. Yeah.
He was
That's
hilarious.
good.
I really like Francis. I love him.
Francis
They're making
was
fun of him
great
because he was
too.
such a macho.
Yes, he
Right,
was.
Ladybug, and because of the name, he didn't
Yeah,
want
he
to
was
be
so insulted.
known
He's
as
like, just
a
because I'm a
feminine type
ladybug.
bug.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, he was fun, but he really had a soft heart, and he really liked the
did.
kids.
He
Yes,
had
he
a
did.
softer side to him.
And Dim was cute too.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, he just
yes.
went with the flow. And
Yeah,
just
he's like a
went-
musclehead, but he's actually really sweet.
Yes, it's so cute.
And he really got along with Dot. She was probably my favorite. I really enjoyed Dot a lot.
Definitely.
That was
definitely,
fantastic.
yeah. It was so
And
cute.
Flick, I loved Flick.
Mm-hmm.
Flick was
good.
just so great. He was so inventive, and
Yeah, and they were
you know,
using
he didn't
his,
give up.
they
Yeah,
were using his inventions after.
that's right.
Yeah, all the way
They
through the
all had
movie.
them, like,
They
putting at the
were.
end, but they had a lot of them at the end.
Telescope to the.
Oh, the bird.
The big
That was a
one.
big one.
The
Yeah,
bird was
that's right.
phenomenal.
Yeah, that was a
And
big
then
one.
the harvester. I mean,
The
everything.
harvesters, yeah.
Yeah, that caused
They
problems in
loved
the
them.
beginning, but now everyone's using it at the
Yeah,
end. So
because
once
yeah.
he worked out all the bugs, that's a bad pun. Sorry, guys. I went there. But no, that was nice that it
That
all
was
worked
good.
out. And honestly, he had all these ideas that, instead of just doing it basic and going in one by one and taking
yeah.
down what they need to, like doing these inventions really saves a lot of time so they can harvest a whole lot more.
Oh, yeah.
So
I mean,
it's a very cool idea.
Yeah,
It was-
very good. It was really good.
it was really fun, and I loved the queen. How
Oh,
cool she was, and how
Yeah, me
she
too.
gave her crown to Princess Ada. And,
That's right. That was
and
good.
it just brought the princess's crown to Dot.
Yeah,
I mean, it
it
was
was
it
so
was
cute,
great. Usually
yeah.
that happens after the queen dies, but
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Again, like being a kids film too, I like how all the workers and everyone else were almost equals. Like, yes, the queen and the princesses are higher up. The queen's the leader.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, like, they cared about their subjects, and they even gave them, like, equal say. And Flick, you know, actually doing all those, like, making all those problems in the beginning, like, that was a major problem to completely mess up this agreement they have with this enemy group. And to actually do that and not to be banished right away, and to actually be like, okay,
I
we're
thought
going to
that
have you
was going to be
punished.
the whole adventure, banishing him.
Yeah, then him learning that way, which I think would have worked out in a way too. But again, it's for a younger group, so I think they didn't want it to be so scary. So being like, oh, well, if we send him away and he thinks he's doing something good, then it's okay. You know, so the kids are like, oh, yeah, I can see that, you know, he's still getting punished, but he feels good about it because he doesn't know. Instead of being like, punishment, aggressive punishment.
And he had no clue until they said.
Even the cheering, he thought the cheering was like motivating him. Yeah, keep going, it's awesome. So I really want to look at the cast again because I recognized a lot of voices during this.
Oh my God, Phyllis Diller was the queen.
Phyllis Diller,
Dennis Leary was Francis.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, I could hear that. And then Kevin Spacey, I caught with Hopper. That was cool. Dave Foley.
I didn't catch that one. But Julia Louis-Dreyfus was Princess Ada.
That's awesome. Oh, how cool is that?
Wow.
Oh, and David.
There's a lot of people, actually. You know, I really like him a lot. Slim was really a lot of fun. I enjoyed him too, and how like intellectual he was. And
and look at Dim was Brad Garrett.
Yes, I knew I recognized. Yeah, I recognized his voice. I was like, oh gosh, I think that's the brother, right, from Raymond.
Yes, it is. Right? And then Jonathan Harris, you know him, Mom.
Oh yeah.
Right, Manny.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's Brad Garrett. Yeah, I see him now. Okay, yeah, that's a big cast. Yeah, I love that too. And sometimes we go in before a movie and I think we're really good with not seeing spoilers, but we always get a lot of mixed opinions from our fans, so we try to listen to as many as we can, but sometimes people are like, oh, how about you check out the cast beforehand so you know, or check the premise of the movie so you have some kind of idea. But other times, like a lot of you say, like it's good to just go in blind, but sometimes I don't want us guessing if it's like an animated movie on who's who, and I like to look up the cast first just to see what voice actors are in it, so we're not like, hey, that's so-and-so. But, you know, we're getting pretty good now because we've seen so many movies on the channel blind, which you guys can also check those out on our channel because we have a ton of movies and shows up now. And Mom and Kim haven't seen hardly any movies or shows before this channel, so everything is blind for them, and some for me too. But now we're getting into it where we can recognize voices a lot, which is pretty fun.
I actually like looking at the actors after we watch an animated, because you know the characters after, you know, the whole time of the movie, you know the characters, and then of course you're going to know
and
the
you kind of put
after that. Yes.
Yeah, because sometimes a voice can sound familiar, but you don't always know who it is right off the bat until you watch afterwards, and you're like, oh God, who knew? So that was fun. Yeah, so it's different. We switched it up this time.
It's very good.
Yeah, so I'm going to say I liked Dot. I'm going to always say the main people, but I'm going to say Francis and Dot and Slim were probably my favorites.
I like Flick.
Yeah, Flick.
And
Flick was awesome.
Yep.
I like Ada too. I mean, you know, I think she was really good and she was sweet. I wish she had more of a role in it because she was a nervous Nellie, but she ended up being a good queen. She just had a lot of anxiety, and I felt like she needed more parts to play in this. That you know, because she kind of followed Flick's lead a lot throughout this, and just like kind of left it to him to make all the big decisions. But anyways, I thought she was a fun character. But yeah, Flick was fun, and Dot was just so cute.
Dot was so cute, and I really enjoyed Heimlich. He was just
he was hilarious. He really cracked me up too. And the ideas behind all of this too, like you have these ants and the scale differences between everything. You know, of course, obviously comparing to human sizes, and then seeing these ants and even water droplets on how dramatic and dangerous those can be.
Rainy season was detrimental to them.
Like it's so dangerous, so they keep talking about it, but not until we actually witness it. And even how they drink, you know, they have like dew, you know, they have like one droplet, and it's just one whole thing.
Yeah, that was funny. Like in that tavern of sorts, they're
getting drunk with stuff like water and blood. Oh, positive with the mosquito.
Yes, that was
different.
Great.
It was fun. Yeah, and just like
great.
in the can, they were just like in a small can, and it was a huge circus area. And just, you know, having the bar and the sombrero, and I like and the umbrella
gosh.
was a whole circus tent, so that was
that
a
was
lot of fun
perfect,
too.
Yeah.
And
That's very fun.
having this island for the colony, I mean, it was humongous for them, and that's all they needed. But it was actually
That's
a
right.
small piece of land with a whole water, like a whole moat around
That's
them,
right.
which is quite dangerous because ants will probably drown in water.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, droplets alone will
That's
contain
right.
you, and you can't break free. So it's like a good way to, I want to say protect them, but honestly, it just kind of contains them there.
Yeah, they
Oh my
can
God.
stay there in their own safe haven.
Unless they get
Yeah.
attacked by other ants or something, but birds can fly right over there, so they're kind of caged in
right.
there. But it is a
Yes.
pretty area, and I guess other predators might not be able to get to them unless they can
Right,
fly.
like
Yeah.
frogs can't get up that high.
Frogs.
Right,
Kim
yeah,
has like a
frogs.
problem with frogs, right? They're scary. I don't. You know what? We all have our phobias, and spiders
know.
freak me out. I'm so
too.
strange. Yeah, because like for A Bug's Life, I'm not a huge bug fan, but I do respect bugs because they do a lot for the environment.
Yes, they
Most do. I hate mosquitoes. Spiders scare me, but I try. I'm trying to be nice here, but I will try to let them live, but I won't handle it. So someone else has to do it.
She will
But
save
if they're near the
themselves.
bedroom, they're done. They're just done. And bees are so important to the environment. I do
Bees,
freak
all
out when
day
they get
long.
close. I can't help it. But yeah,
Save
bees
them.
are
Yeah.
really important, and I try to let them go.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, they're very
Yeah.
important. But yeah, so this was fun to see insects that can be scary to some people as fun creatures, you know, friendly
That's right,
creatures.
yes.
Not that you want to go, hey, a spider, come here. But
And
I
don't
like
be afraid
Rosie,
of grasshoppers in real life. They're,
No,
I mean, in
they're-
real life, they're just adorable.
I used to love
These-
grasshoppers
these
growing
guys
up. That
are
is
pretty
actually one
scary.
insect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because remember, we
Yeah.
used to have a box or something. I used to poke holes in it. What else did I have? I made up my own cage.
Oh, little
Right.
cage
I think I had a
ones.
crate, and I
Yes.
would get the big grasshoppers, right? And I
That's
put them
right.
in there.
Yeah,
I would
you
have to
release
let
them
them
eventually,
go.
but
sometimes you
End of the
have a
day.
net to catch them.
to catch them, and then I
right.
think I had a
Yeah,
crate or
yeah,
something that I
yeah,
kept them
maybe,
inside the
yeah.
house, and you let me do it. But then I would release them,
Yes,
get some food for them,
absolutely.
and after a day or something, I'd let them go. And
There's
Yeah,
a lot
so-
of
Kara was always doing that to me.
fireflies, lightning bugs. We used to call
oh, fireflies were always a
Yes.
lot
We
of
always
fun.
call
Oh,
them
yeah.
lightning bugs.
Yeah,
We
they're still
call
called
them.
lightning bugs,
Yeah.
you know, which was fun to see that in this too, and
Yeah.
how they would do the traffic lights.
Oh, I love
Oh,
that
my
in this
gosh,
big
yeah.
city.
Yeah, and then the signs with the strobing lights around the
Oh, my
signs, you
gosh,
know, it was
yes.
great. Yeah, very creative. I was laughing, like the whole New York City vibe. And, oh, my city
Something,
bugs.
yeah.
woo.
Oh, yes.
So,
Oh,
please let us know what you thought of this movie. Who was your favorite character?
Yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to add?
No, I just love the film.
It's cute. I
It's
love
cute.
Disney
Yeah,
Pixar. I could tell it was a little dated, which is totally fine. And I love the animation. It was cleaner and like basic details, but it was still beautifully done.
It
Like
was
the
really
landscapes were really pretty, and I love the design of the insects because it made them more friendly,
No.
and even making the
Yeah.
ants purple and
That's
bluish.
right, yes.
Loved it.
Lavender.
Yes.
Very good.
Hands down, and the little blueberries.
Yeah, the blueberries, how cute, because they're colored too. It's probably where they were
Yes.
inspired by that name. Yeah, it's fun, and they're like
Yes,
tiny like
they were so
blueberries.
Good.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much for
Yes,
watching.
thank you.
If you want to check out the full
Thanks, guys,
reaction,
for voting for this.
yes,
Yeah,
thank you so
very
much.
good.
You can check our links below to see the full reaction, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Bye. Subscribe.